Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you proof of God. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you proof of multiple gods on the reverse of the $1 bill if it is folded properly, because as you can see, there appears to be a face of a man at the top center of the camera and another face of another man at the top center of the camera, and those were once the angels' faces that faced before and behind. However, in between those two faces, you have those little hook-like entities that appear to be coming out of the eyes of those faces. And those hook-like entities are another set of eyes, and then below those eyes is a mouth and a nose-like structure. Although it is difficult to discern, it is there. Immediately below those two hook-like structures is two eyes that represent the eyes of an owl. Now, I can show you these a little bit closer up, and then you can see that these eyes of an owl have circles, and then they have little diamonds in the very center of the eyes. Those are so that you can get into King Solomon's temple later on. And when you review my book, you will understand why those eyes exist. Now, when I bring the bill back slightly and turn it down on a 45-degree angle, it almost looks like tusks. But in between those tusks at the bottom is what looks to be a diamond. However, if you use that diamond as a reference, as a mouth, and then you follow it up, you have a darkened nose, and then you have the two eyes at the top of the tusks. It appears to be a completely different face, and that is the face of the beast, ladies and gentlemen. This is one face of the beast. Now, if you rotate it a little bit more or less, and you do this in the privacy of your own home, you can see several other faces that appear on the reverse of the $1 bill when you fold it in this configuration and simply tape the back of it with a piece of Scotch tape. Now, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. The little squirrelicues that are coming out between the eyes at the top of the tusks now form a different type of a face, and that's the face of an amphibious type Moloch. Now, of course, when you rotate it a little bit or 90 degrees this way, it becomes the face of a bullock. And this is the bullock spoken about in Revelations 4 verses 6 and 7. However, when we flip it around, you also have a face of a bullock, but slightly different in configuration, because there's a reason for this. Now, when we flip this around and we go back to the original part and then back once again to the opposite side, now you have the face of Moloch almost to perfection, ladies and gentlemen. That is the face of a Luciferian type beast, or the god of this part of the $1 bill. Make no mistake about it. If you use that chevron for the nose or the tip of the beak, it becomes a reptilian type beast, depending on the light. And ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'm going to say thank you for watching my videos, and try to do this in the privacy of your own home and utilize that chevron when it's folded exactly like that, and that becomes the nose of the beast. It also becomes the bottom of a small owl. However, make no mistake about it, it's the Moloch type entity on the reverse of the $1 bill. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, and I know what time it is. It's time for you to help me to get a bigger camera.